I've always really loved the arts. Ever since I was a little girl, my mom has told me stories that I would sit at my little desk and make paper snowflakes, and I'd get scraps all over the house. But I didn't start taking it seriously until the 7th grade when I discovered Cultureworks. I'm going to school at the University of Michigan currently, and I'm really interested in digital art, either something regarding graphic design or working for a really cool magazine, working on user experience, things like that. Middle school was kind of tough for me as a kid. I was really anxious. Starting in 6th grade, I had really bad problems with anxiety, and that slowly started to become more depression as I grew older throughout middle school. I was really desperate to find a place where I could fit in and find some friends. I felt like a lot of kids were either really set in academics or really set in sports, and as a creative person, I really didn't have a place in either of those scenes. I heard about Cultureworks in my 7th grade art class, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm a creative person. I'd like to pursue art as more of like a hobby outside of school because I really didn't feel like I was getting enough of it in my middle school that I was at. As soon as I stepped in that building and took a few classes, I fell in love. Cultureworks was a creative outlet where I could meet different creative, like-minded people, much like myself, and I finally found a community where I felt like I fit in. The summer going into my sophomore year, I signed up for a class called Open Studio at Cultureworks. We eventually worked on a video project that was titled People Like Us. I wrote the poetry, felt like I had an opportunity for a bit of a leadership role and to get my creative voice heard. That film ended up being part of the Saugatuck Center for the Arts Film Festival, and that was really a launching point for me to realize that I could use art to get me places and to connect with people in ways that I didn't think were possible before, and it made me realize that I wanted to pursue art as a career. Before going into Cultureworks, I really did not know what my purpose was, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, but Cultureworks gave me the opportunity to really open up and made me unafraid to be myself. As I was applying to different colleges, I noticed that a lot of the portfolios really asked for conceptual work and weren't focused as much on different skill sets, and Cultureworks has a huge focus on thinking conceptually and growing your creative mind. Through the amount of work that I did at Cultureworks, I was able to really build a great portfolio, and it made everything a lot easier for me. I feel like Cultureworks has really impacted my self-confidence. I feel like I have a lot more confidence in myself and my abilities just by being in such an open and accepting environment. And I think that has really helped me grow creatively because I'm very unafraid to try things and unafraid to do new things that I wouldn't have thought about before. Cultureworks was an amazing experience. It truly changed my life. And without Cultureworks, I don't know where I would be. I would probably not be doing something that I love. I would not be as emotionally well off as I am now, and I would not be the confident, fearless individual that I feel I am today. Without Cultureworks, I wouldn't be me.